Imagine stepping into your garden. Butterflies flit from flower to flower, the air buzzes with the activity of bees. This is the beauty of a pollinator-friendly garden. By choosing the right plants, you can create a haven for bees and other pollinators. Pollinators are essential for a healthy ecosystem. They are responsible for pollinating a vast majority of flowering plants. This includes many of the fruits, vegetables, and nuts we eat. A bee-friendly garden is not only beneficial but also incredibly rewarding. Observing the busy activity of bees collecting nectar and pollen brings joy to any gardener. The vibrant colors and sweet scents of bee-attracting plants transform your garden into a sensory delight. Bees are often seen as simple insects that buzz around our gardens. However, their role in our ecosystem is crucial. They are essential pollinators responsible for fertilizing a significant portion of our food crops. Without bees, our diets would be drastically different. Pollination is the process of transferring pollen from the male part of a flower to the female part. This process allows plants to produce seeds and fruits. Bees, with their fuzzy bodies and affinity for flowers, are perfectly adapted for this task. The decline in bee populations in recent years is a serious concern. By creating bee-friendly gardens, we can provide them with much-needed foraging grounds and contribute to their survival. To attract bees to your garden, it's crucial to understand their dietary needs. Bees rely on two main food sources from flowers: nectar and pollen. Nectar is a sugary solution that provides bees with energy, while pollen serves as a vital source of protein and other nutrients. Bees use their long tongues to reach deep inside flowers and extract this sweet reward. The amount and sugar concentration of nectar varies among plant species, influencing which flowers bees are most attracted to. When choosing plants for your bee-friendly garden, opt for a diversity of flowers with varying shapes, colors, and blooming times. This ensures a continuous supply of nectar and pollen throughout the growing season, supporting a healthy bee population. When it comes to attracting bees to your garden, native plants are your best allies. Native plants have co-evolved with local bee species over centuries, forming a mutually beneficial relationship. These plants provide the ideal sources of nectar and pollen that local bees are adapted to utilize. Native plants are also well suited to the local climate and soil conditions, requiring less maintenance than non-native species. When selecting native plants for your garden, aim for a diversity of species that flower at different times of the year. This ensures a continuous food supply for bees throughout the growing season, from early spring to late fall. By incorporating a variety of native flowering plants, you can create a beautiful and thriving garden that provides essential resources for local bee populations. Designing your garden with bees in mind can significantly enhance its attractiveness to these pollinators. Consider the following tips to create a welcoming and functional space for bees. First, opt for large swaths of the same plant species, rather than scattering single plants throughout your garden. Bees are more likely to visit and forage in areas with a high concentration of their preferred flowers. This mass planting strategy makes it easier for bees to locate and collect nectar and pollen efficiently. Next, provide a variety of flower shapes and colors. Bees are attracted to a diversity of blooms, and different bee species have preferences for specific flower shapes. Furthermore, create a bee-friendly garden that goes beyond just flowers. Include elements that provide shelter and nesting sites for bees. Early spring is a crucial time for bees. They emerge from their winter dormancy hungry and in need of nourishment. Providing a source of nectar and pollen early in the season is vital for their survival and the growth of their colonies. One excellent early bloomer is the eastern redbud, a native tree that graces the landscape with its vibrant pink flowers before its leaves emerge. Another early bloomer is the willow. These trees produce catkins, which are clusters of small flowers that are rich in pollen and nectar. In addition to trees, consider planting early blooming perennials like wild columbine and Virginia bluebells. By incorporating a mix of early blooming trees, shrubs, and perennials, you can ensure that your garden provides a vital food source for bees when they need it most. As spring transitions into summer, the bee-friendly garden continues to buzz with activity. One standout summertime bloomer is the bee balm. This aromatic herb boasts showy, spiky flowers in shades of red, pink, and purple that are highly attractive to bees. Its long blooming period ensures a steady supply of nectar throughout the summer months. Another bee favorite is the purple coneflower. This iconic prairie plant produces large, daisy-like flowers with a prominent central cone that is packed with nectar and pollen. For a touch of whimsy and a valuable food source, consider planting black-eyed Susans. These cheerful flowers, with their golden yellow petals and dark brown centers, attract a wide variety of bees. By incorporating these summertime favorites, along with other nectar-rich blooms, you can create a vibrant and lively garden that supports a thriving bee population throughout the warmest months of the year. As summer fades and the days grow shorter, the garden undergoes a transformation. The vibrant colors of spring and early summer give way to the rich, warm hues of late summer and early autumn. This is a critical time for bees, as they need to gather as much nectar and pollen as possible to prepare for the long, cold months ahead. It's essential to provide bees with late-blooming nectar sources to fuel their preparations for winter. These late-season blooms provide crucial resources for bees to build up their honey stores and ensure the survival of their colonies. One valuable late-blooming plant is the New England aster, or Symphyiotricum novi Anglii. This showy perennial bursts into bloom in late summer and early fall, producing masses of daisy-like flowers in shades of purple, pink, and white. The New England aster is not only a feast for the eyes, but also a vital food source for bees. Its abundant flowers offer a rich supply of nectar and pollen, which are essential for bees as they work tirelessly to stock up for winter. Another late bloomer that bees adore is the goldenrod, or Solidago species. Often mistakenly blamed for fall allergies, goldenrod is a valuable pollinator plant. Its bright yellow flowers stand out in the garden, attracting a variety of pollinators, including bees. Goldenrod's late-season blooms provide a much-needed source of nectar and pollen when other flowers have faded. By planting goldenrod, you can help ensure that bees have access to the resources they need during this critical time. For a touch of elegance and a valuable bee food source, consider planting Joe Pye weed, or Eutrochium purpureum. This statuesque perennial produces large dome-shaped flower heads in shades of mauve and pink that are highly attractive to bees. Joe Pye weed thrives in moist, well-drained soil and can grow quite tall, making it a striking addition to any garden. Its late-season blooms provide a reliable source of nectar and pollen, helping bees to build up their stores for winter. By incorporating these late-blooming beauties into your garden, you can extend the foraging season for bees and provide them with the resources they need to prepare for the coming winter. Not only will you be supporting the health and survival of bee colonies, but you'll also be adding a burst of color and life to your garden during the late summer and early fall months. So, as you plan your garden, consider including New England aster, goldenrod, and Joe Pye weed. These plants will not only enhance the beauty of your garden but also play a crucial role in supporting our vital pollinators. Together we can create a more bee-friendly world, one garden at a time. While providing a variety of nectar and pollen-rich plants is essential for attracting bees to your garden, it's equally important to provide them with suitable nesting sites and a source of water. Bees have diverse nesting preferences, with some species nesting underground and others seeking out cavities in trees or other structures. You can create nesting opportunities by leaving patches of bare ground undisturbed for ground nesting bees, or by providing bee boxes filled with nesting tubes for cavity nesting species. Water is essential for bees just as it is for all living creatures. Bees use water for drinking and for cooling their hives during hot weather. You can provide a water source for bees by filling a shallow dish with water and adding pebbles or stones for bees to land on while they drink. By providing both nesting sites and a water source, you can transform your bee-friendly garden into a complete habitat that supports the entire life cycle of these important pollinators. Maintaining a healthy and thriving bee sanctuary involves more than just planting the right flowers. It requires adopting gardening practices that support the overall health of bees and their environment. One crucial aspect is minimizing or eliminating the use of pesticides. Pesticides, while effective in controlling unwanted pests, can be harmful or even fatal to bees. Opt for natural pest control methods like companion planting, introducing beneficial insects, or using insecticidal soap as a last resort. Another important practice is providing a pesticide-free environment for bees. This includes being mindful of pesticide drift from neighboring properties. Furthermore, maintain a healthy soil ecosystem. By adopting these bee-friendly gardening practices, you can create a safe haven for bees and contribute to the preservation of these vital pollinators. Creating a bee-friendly garden is a rewarding endeavor on many levels. Not only will you be contributing to the conservation of these essential pollinators, but you'll also reap the benefits of a more productive and beautiful garden. The presence of bees in your garden enhances pollination rates, leading to greater fruit and vegetable yields. Beyond the practical benefits, a bee-friendly garden offers a sensory delight. The sight of bees buzzing among colorful blooms, the gentle hum of their wings, and the sweet scent of nectar-rich flowers create a tranquil and enchanting atmosphere. By creating a haven for bees in your own backyard, you become an active participant in preserving biodiversity and ensuring the health of our planet.